Then should I start counting them?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Wait, I have dance partner.
I have my reasons.
What are you scheming?
Nothing at all.
You're not
I
gonna
just have my reasons.
Okay.
Probably won't end up playing Dancer, in fact.
It's very weird seeing you back on Dancer, to be honest.
Very weird being back on Dancer.
Exquisite evil. My head shifts with anticipation. On your guard.
Inside.
Hello.
Is that actually music or is that like
Never.
a ringtone?
That's phone.
My jam.
Inside. Gonna be spread. Run to and spread. I'm stupid. I'm. Right.
Oh, good. It's just on.
Nabif, can you mute for a bit, please?
So yes, remember stack left, nothing right, other ones just.
Well, that's
Child me!
good blood jump sprint works.
And then spread afterwards.
I'll take it off you.
Sure thing.
You've done well, Celeste.
Yes. During transition.
But the battle has only just begun.
Remember to stack in the center after this transition, when she disappears.
And look to where you're still stack up afterwards as well, or move to afterwards. Top position.
Oops.
I'll slaughter you all. Your death is sad. I'll make it quick.
Then in. And remember to look for your friend marker. And out. Oh. Yeah, you never forget.
Okay, just reset quickly, it's fine.
Yeah.
Put it down to warming up.
I took that rest instead of wiping, I'm sorry. I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah, no worries, though.
Need to go to a slightly different place, because this is not the markers from last time.
Oh, why are we using different markers?
I don't know.
And just change it back to the markers we're used to.
Eh.
No, it's fine.
The position,
It's
the
a bit-
markers are should be pretty much the same.
The
It is the same, but
inner ones were a bit further out and stuff.
there's no reason for them to even be where they are. It serves no purpose.
It does in Party Finder. Because
Well-
you don't have voice comms, they go like with entanglement, right? People with nothing and what was the name again? The blue circle? They go to their closest 2 or 4 marker. That's what Party Finder does. It's basically the same, but we're special, I guess.
No, we just learned it a different way. That's absolutely
Yeah,
fine.
true. Everybody learns a different way, right?
Are we still waiting for Dao?
No, I think Dial is. Yeah, I know she said in party chat. I think. Yeah, okay, we're all good.
Oh,
We're all
yeah.
good.
Okay.
Exquisite evening. My head swims with anticipation. On your guard.
I'm
Well,
an idiot.
fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
She's going to sword.
Try this. Have at
Be inside and spread and get look for the spread marker.
My lips are as the wind.
Axe left, nothing right. Big circle adjust. And then spread.
You've done well, Philosopher.
Gonna take it.
But the battle has only just begun. I'll slaughter you all.
These shields.
I'll make it quick.
Oh god.
Becomes one range.
Up sprint.
Ah, okay.
That is. I got
Feel my fury.
I got in. Sorry.
Know your place.
Attacks north.
That's safe.
Try and be at max melee so we don't have to rotate as much.
Remember, there is not there. DPS established.
DPS right, tanks and healers left.
For everyone dodging.
Don't underestimate them. A fair wind blows.
Spread.
Just spread.
Have at you.
It's away from sword. To the side.
Good thing never tested it.
Was that outside?
Just ever so slightly.
Through.
You feel it too, do you not? On your guard.
In. And then we go to.
To her with light passes.
I'm gonna take it back.
Sure thing.
There will be nothing left to do. Nothing.
3 single jumps.
You can't escape this. I'll break your every bone.
Going to be at max melee again for the rotations.
One more, and then in. Get to look at your spread marker. One out. Then dodge the jumps as well.
Not due to be in because this is knockback.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Be gone from my sight.
Out.
Oh, spin.
Oh my god. No, yeah.
There's no knockback.
The insolence.
PlayStation coming up again.
A fair wind blows.
In.
Yes, yes. All these dancer lights here, I couldn't see shit.
Swords.
Try this.
And now we got enrage, innit? Or
Well,
nearly.
I can help you.
You just do it. Oh, fuck.
My delivery alive.
Oh wow,
Point.
32k.
Pain.
Ouch.
Yes.
Can I get
I'm
a
s-
second to reboot my PC because I'm getting input lag and a lot of it.
Sure, go for it.
Be right back.
I was so focused on my rotation, I didn't realize so many people died. No, literally, as we wiped, I'm like, did people die? And now I'm seeing it. There was 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 deaths.
Yeah.
2, 4, 7, yeah. I was like, do you have deaths? And obviously, I'm like shit dancer right now because I've got basically no gear. Then I can. Did they say that Samurai is a bad dance partner?
Not anymore.
No?
The reason why it was bad, right, was because your crit chance buff was overwritten by Samurai's guaranteed crits, but they've now changed that interaction, so it now just buffs the crit that the Sam does when it's guaranteed. Because like you know they did the changes right where Sam and I can't remember what the other DPS was basically got some guaranteed direct hit / crit effects which are always going to happen no matter what, so it just ignores the secondary stat, and obviously that's a bit garbage. So they were like, okay, yeah, we'll just give you some extra bone benefits. Because imagine that, right? Guaranteed part of your rotation is that your crit just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm tempted to mesh. I'm tempted.
And
But I will also. I want to use my weapon.
every character that benefits from this apparently got a bigger buff than expected.
Yeah, I'm very surprised at a lot of the changes.
Like, they said something about it should have been 0.25 increase, but instead it turned out to be something closer to 0.4.
Some of the changes that really surprised me though was I wasn't expecting Sage to get buffed. I don't know why they've given them an extra shield.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm really surprised they added that.
What did Sage get? A shield.
Yes, you know the other OGCD on the is it 60-second or 1 minute cooldown? The one that
It's
used
Hollis
to,
now, it's Hollis.
yeah, Holos. Like it used.
Yeah, what about Holos?
So it now has a shield attached to it as well, which is the same size shield as a Eucrasian.
Mm.
It's actually pretty nuts, and it's a 10% mit, and it's a 300 cure potency as well. Just to be safe.
White mage shields back, please. More shields.
Just use
Yeah,
more-
but
just
yeah,
throw more
but
lilies at it.
where Scholar's shield was OP, Sage had movement shields that made life so much more easier. So balanced.
I think honestly,
Ah.
I think the trade-off honestly is that Sage has more regen compared to Scholar, right? And it's the same with like, you know, White Mage is the pure healer, right? Whereas Astra has 1 or 2 mitigations / shielding abilities, whereas Scholar is the pure
And
shielding.
then obviously
and then Sage
they've
is
already
kind of middle ground
nerfed
again.
expedience, haven't they?
Yeah, but that came as no surprise.
Yeah. Told y'all, pricks. The whole player base, pricks.
Oh,
I was like, watch
it's
that shit's gonna
it's
be
not
OP.
It's not going to be playable in Pandemonium. It's just too weak.
Watch that shit be OP, and then what happens? It was OP. Swear, the 99% of the player base that have used the Facebooks and talk on the Facebooks are dumb.
What's that? People who are still using Facebook in 2020? What
Hey,
a
listen,
shocker!
yeah, I like Facebook. It's entertaining. It's not the thing about Facebook.
What?
Yeah,
It's
not
like it's
these
like a
popularity-
daytime reality TV
No,
show.
No, it's not like one of these popularity contests where it's like, oh, how many followers you have. You just have friends. Simple as that. I don't like all these how many followers you have bullshit. The social networks.
Hey, it used to be
Dumb.
years ago.
Once upon a time. In a land far, far away. Okay, right, we got knocked. Let's ready check, let's go.
Not loaded in yet.
Well, that's fine. The ready check should
Exquisite
last.
food.
Nice one, Navin. It's fine.
Are we going?
I applaud you, good sir.
No,
I applaud you.
we can just sit here.
I can hear her. I can hear the fight, but I'm not loaded in yet. Hello, I'm not.
Nabif did an incredible moment. He went from D, and then gap closed back to the group and pulled her.
Went from D right into nuts.
Ouch.
I saw the first dodge. I said, why are these guys doing mechanics? Oh, let me put on socks actually. My feet are cold. 1 second. Anyone else want a pair of socks?
I'm good.
I don't own socks.
You don't do socks.
No, I don't own socks.
Yeah.
What?
Would you do tights? Would you do tights instead?
No?
There's nothing on your feet. You like it bare. Alright.
No,
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 fair,
people-
right?
I don't. I don't
Seems
have
like that.
feet.
That's fair. Not having feet too. I haven't worn my socks yet, bro. I haven't worn my socks. I'm still trying to find a matching pair. You know what they
Too
are.
hot for socks.
Put on the unmatching pair. Who's gonna see him?
Life
Nah,
is too short to match socks, really.
Exquisite.
We just wear sandals over here.
I literally said it. I haven't put on my socks. I
Sorry,
literally
sorry.
said it. Where's that? Where's here? Name. Where's here? Portugal. Say yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, name. Your name is name. Oh, it's Nick. Nick, name, Nick.
Oh, okay. No, I'm from
Eyes
Qatar.
up, yep, thanks.
Where? Sorry, I missed it.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Very weird.
Ah. Lucky motherfucker.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Ice just wants
What is
to...
that?
I mean, we're wiping it because I haven't pressed the button in like 2 minutes now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Who's paying the repair bill?
Oh. See that? Now you made me miss Nero. I want to speak to Nero.
Look at these tanks with too much health.
And 2 Vuln stacks, mind you.
If you can find it was actually free at the end, thank you very much. Check your Von Stack privilege.
Vuln snacks, right?
They are tasty. Right, okay.
I've put on my socks. I've ate my cereal. I've drank my water. I'm ready.
What?
You ate cereal and then drank water?
Yes.
A little bit weird.
How would you feel if I told you that I have tea with my cereal?
You have tea with your cereal. That's fine.
Like you put tea in the bowl.
Like you're like British.
No, we don't put tea in the.
No, we do milk tea. Over here.
British people
Oh,
basically eat
interesting.
tea, so it's fine.
And it's
Tea
warm,
biscuits
so.
are-
It's
tea.
drinking tea.
Nah,
Thank
they
you
eat-
very
nah,
much.
nah,
No,
you don't
we're
live
not
in the
getting
UK.
into it.
They-
It's
these
drinking
mofos-
tea. You
These
do not
mofos
eat.
eat tea. They eat
Yeah,
tea.
you as I said, tea biscuits. What else do you think they are?
We're not getting into
Okay.
this discussion.
We've got you
Okay,
the tea bag, that's part of the
on top
nutrients
of the cereal with tea milk, we also
In.
Very close.
You guys baited me. It's fine.
Nobody baited you.
I got him.
That's for
Oh,
yourself.
you haven't.
Many
Forgot what I was
people
gonna say.
got confused.
oh, on top of like the cereal with tea milk, we also add cheese to it.
That's a lie.
Interesting.
That has to be a lie.
Cream cheese.
I mean, you eat bread with cheese, right? So. No matter how far I go in, Doc always finds a way to squeeze inside the hitbox, not being in the stack. Thank you, Doc.
Mr.
Well, I
doesn't
was
want
in the stack.
Mr. Nick,
Yeah.
when we go to the side, yeah, can you just stay there? Because now, like, melees have no positional thing there, sort of thing. So it's easier if you just keep her face to the side.
She doesn't want to move anyway.
I'm more supposed to like drag her to the middle instead of doing that because then you don't have to
She
lose
casts
out on.
Stack left, nothing right.
Strong and free.
Oh,
But I
damn.
forgot to pull her to the middle, so. Oh.
Oh, rip.
Do we reset, please?
Heal first, heal first.
No,
We
we'll
can
reset.
salvage this.
Okay.
No!
Come
Salvage
on.
this.
If
You're,
the
you're
healer
not
says
usually
res-
this chaotic.
Just
If-
heal
if-
LB3. Come on.
if the healer says reset, yeah, just reset.
Yes, please. Now let's come here and give me a hug.
Standing inside her.
I mean, I blame the DPSs for not getting us to heal at LB3 already.
Nick does not exist. True. I never was born.
Ugh, get me off this floor! I just remembered I don't like this arena.
It's a bit hairy, isn't it?
Stop!
You don't like hair?
Not when there's this much.
Yeah, let's go to focus and
Alright.
Imagine bleeding all this hair.
Now I want a cat.
Ready when you are.
I love cats so much. They're so soft.
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
I miss cat.
I like pussy as well.
Oh my god.
Vagina.
Exquisite either.
I don't know about cats, but yeah.
Why did your where did your shield go?
There's one small area
Bad
before the
boy.
big one.
Bad boy, Isaac.
On your guard.
Away from sword.
Try this.
Boy, Jock.
In.
I got him.
He'll be in and then.
Can't stand there, buddy.
That's going to be in again with spreads.
Oh, damn. What the fuck?
Stats left, nothing right. Stats left, nothing right. Big circle adjust. Spread.
You just take the boss back, right?
Yeah, I'll take it once it starts casting.
You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun. I'll slaughter you all. I'll make it quick.
In.
Up sprint for extra movement to your spot.
Feel my fury. Know your place.
Punches to the ass, to the back of the boss.
Max melee at the end of this to make it a little easier.
Ooh. Ooh.
He'll be knocked back.
Oh, damn. How did I get that wrong?
DPS right, tanks and healers left. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Oh shit.
Don't underestimate me.
Punches behind the boss.
A fair wind blows.
Oh, no, that's my badge. Yeah, we're fine.
Have at you.
That looks so funky.
Away from the sword, right? Towards the side of where it is. It's in.
It's
Yeah,
inside.
right, yeah.
Oh my god. Whoops.
I got my buff. I got my buff.
Hated. You need to heal first.
Mid. How is it the Jot guy?
Healer will be soon.
Yeah, I'll just LV run.
Here we go, LB.
You feel it too, do you not?
Oh, pull me, pull me. Pull me.
We're in the right. We're in the right spot.
Oof.
Need one
Sorry,
more
we have
person
a
here.
free help over here. Let's go.
On your guard.
Oh?
Got
How
dog.
did that happen?
I can't actually switch because
I got him. I got him.
It was in.
Yeah, boys.
Gonna be 2 in my body.
This is run.
Let's try this again.
Punches after, so.
Are we getting mitigations? Are we getting heals?
This doesn't need mitigation.
There's
This doesn't hurt you that much.
I'll break your every bone.
Behind, and at max melee.
One, 2, and 3.
One more, and then one more now in. And then get ready to go to your stack markers.
There's a knockback, get close.
God, that's ridiculous.
Be gone from my sight.
Mid will not be safe later on in this round. Oh, turn up. No, not the back row.
Be insolent. A fair wind blows.
My bad.
Have at you.
In.
So excited to move. I'm so excited. Yesterday you couldn't pay me to move. Now today I'm moving. Fight sucks.
Oh, the sage weapon though.
I thought that was the dancer.
Yeah, I was forced to answer as well. I was happy.
Do you need
No, I'm
those,
not.
Nabith?
What?
Do you need those?
The sage weapons.
I don't think he does, you know. I rode a 91. Nab, if you can pass, it's fine.
Funny guy. No, Nav, if you don't have them, to take them.
If he actually... No. No.
Like you got your weapon you were looking for.
I mean, I already did some more clears earlier anyway. Okay. Could have gone better, but that's alright. I think I'm going to stick us in a raid next, just to try and see how we do under that kind of pressure. Do people have opinions on whether we want to do old or new raids? Because I'd be tempted to throw us into a min-eye level old raid at this point.
Which one?
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to throw us into Verse or Promise, to be honest. Could do Gate as well, could do the Scapes.
Don't mind.
No escapes.
Oh, okay. No escape.
I don't think I have any of the escapes unlocked.
You've got 1 to 4.
Okay.
No, I just don't want to go back to 70. That's all.
Yeah, I can understand that. The rotations are kind of balls. Alright. Well, let's start with 5S and see how people go from there. And if we do well in that, we can move on to something maybe a bit harder. We okay with that?
Sure.
Sure.
Let me just set this right. Midnight levels.
Nothing normal, right?
No. Oh, actually, no. Good point. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you have skills for normal again?
Maybe.
Give me a little. I said give me a bit.
You got 40 seconds.
Oh no, this one. Okay.
We keep doing these raids. When am I gonna have time to go gathering?
Don't
I don't know.
Because we haven't been
I'm
gathering this whole time.
I'm actually a crafter before a raider. In fact.
If you look at my levels, I have one class at 90, and then all of the crafting and gathering at 90. The boat's in an hour and a bit, so we can go on that after.
Oh god. Isn't 9 o'clock the good one today anyway?
9 o'clock's not. Well, 7 o'clock was the good boat, but I'll check what 9 o'clock is like.
Oh well, I got more eggs for you.
They're on the shoot dock. He's the one making food. I'm
Dog, I got more eggs for you.
still
You're an egg.
entering my crafting.
No, you're an egg.
It's got one good. It's got one good spectral coming up in the 9 o'clock boat.
Yeah, that's probably as close as we're going to get to it.
2 good spectrals, actually 2 good
Let me
spectrals.
just dig out the old macro.
Actually, not recall much of it.
That's exactly the idea.
Got one over here.
Want a good idea of like how people cope under blind prog?
It's fine though, because at least we now have the ability to wall it.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. Do you want a main tank or off tank this one?
Main tank.
Sure thing.
Trying to remember something. The charge back. I can't recall how it worked.
Which
I'll
one?
just
Which
wing
one?
it.
So you've done this before?
I've done it when it was released.
But you can still vaguely remember it.
No, I remember the whole fight. I just don't remember the order of things. If that makes
Sure.
like the part where you have to get knocked back, and then one tank has to grab the
So if you look on the macro,
Action.
that's the 14 spears section. It's always boss relative. You always get knocked back into the first spear closest to the boss. I'm taking the duty action in that instance.
we never swap apart. Like
No, like the
Duty?
tank
Okay.
busters have no swap. The off tank has to deal with an ad instead.
okay. Oh right, I played Paladin back then. That's why I remember that.
Why would you voluntarily play Paladin.
Shush you.
Because it was Stormblood and it was actually a really good class back then.
It still is a good class.
Copium,
And the-
copium.
I don't think Paladin's the back class. I have actually an opinion about it where
It's fun, but like definitely, I mean, damage-wise, it's a bit balls. But you know,
I'm more sad that they removed what makes some things unique. Like, there's something about Paladin that made it good, and now every tank has the same thing.
but that's always a difficult one, right? Like, 'cause it's hard to balance when you have that much uniqueness. Like, all MMOs have had that problem. And it's not just Final Fantasy. Oh,
Oh wow, the very edge. That's the absolute edge. I guess I'll go grab them.
yeah, provoke. Oh, no, I've got the ad. Just provoke when you can.
Grabs.
Oh, okay.
I have fear.
Hardcasting Nebeth.
Wait, I have a.
John, go to sea. Aw, damn
Knock
you.
back.
Damn you, remove. Okay, here we go. Make everybody a little bit healthy, shall we? Okay. Can't wait to die because of ping. Unbelievable.
Uh-oh. I'll take my sons off.
Alright, I have damage them. Or
Yeah. It's my bad. I didn't wait long enough for the shirk. Twister, move at the end of the cast.
Oh, yeah. I didn't.
Got the reactions much more responsive now.
Gonna be knocked back to the west.
Whoa. Man got destroyed.
I'm used to greeting it. It's been a long time since
Got
I've
him, I got him.
been eye level. Has to be in. I'm just unbuttoning it next time. It's my bad.
that's a bad spot to move it.
Don't stack.
Oh,
This is the
stop doing
donut.
it.
This is the donut.
Ah.
Amazing.
Do you say
Everyone
stack or don't stack?
Yeah, it's stack.
It's so normally the boss should be in the center, and then the melee will.
I know, yeah. That's what I said.
That's fine.
So bad.
It's all good.
That's the secret to skipping chain lining.
Yeah, I give him the what for.
No, we can skip chain lining if we have just one healer alive, and then they LB3 to skip it.
I don't think it works that way, but
Lies just skip chain lining when he was by himself.
because the game will reset the LB probably at that point. Highly likely.
I keep pausing because I keep trying to use Primal Rain.
What? Oh yeah, not this day. Not this day.
You gotta pay attention and read the chat.
It's alright.
Yeah, I don't usually pay attention to the chat. My bad.
I mean, everybody's in chat, but they can easily speak. But who knows?
Probably her headset died again.
Sorry, I find it funny when someone dashes out of the map or flies off. It's funny to me.
I literally just walked off. No dash.
I thought you dashed off the
Nah.
way it looked.
Nah.
See, it's funny because we're on a peak of sorts.
I think
Zero-
Stormblood was
zero
the
comedy
peak of
there.
memes, though. Have any of you played during Stormblood?
Oh god, here we go.
I started at the end.
Don't start Jot off, please don't.
Okay, I'm back to you.
I think it's really funny back then. I didn't raid actually properly like back then, but I thought it's pretty funny. People would complain about healers doing too much healing or too much damage, or a tank can't keep aggro because he doesn't know how to do his rotation properly.
The question that you missed, Joss, is that are there any fellow Stormblood enthusiasts?
Yes,
God damn it.
best game experience, Teebs.
Or the tank shirking the wrong person and thus that person died.
Or the tank shaking the right person because the DPS refuses to use that enmity reduction tool. So you just kill them. So you're all here?
Still waiting on Noct.
No, not yeah.
Alright, cool.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Doc, do the thing as soon as possible, please.
Yes, boss. That thing, right?
Yes, that thing.
I can proc it myself if you prefer to use the resuscitation on the main tank.
I do.
Well, then do that, and I'll use Clemency
I
myself.
would've-
5-second cooldown.
I would have triggered it anyways with physic.
Oh, fucking big PP shields.
Oh no, I just remembered another mechanic now. The goddamn lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Where you pass to each other.
Yeah, the chain
We
lining.
almost, that was literally the mechanic we died on.
Yeah, so I'm saying, if we skip it, we can just... If everyone dies except one healer, we can then LB3 and res it.
Oh my god. We've got to get you to do O12S at some point with a good bite. Oh god, I can't. Such an awful strat. Bye, Noct!
How did you live that?
What?
White mage favor, what can I tell?
What did you?
Rigged. Actually rigged.
Shut up with your privilege.
Wow.
When you play next to the server.
Everybody get your orb. Everybody get your orb. God damn it!
One of my favorite fights was actually the E6S actually.
E6.
E6S, like, versus when I learnt is when I first started raiding. 6S was a bit of a hazing. Just a bit. Because it's got so many janky alternate tank swaps.
Well,
Knockback.
to start it off, it was one of my first raids, like proper raids, that I tried to be okay, but I didn't, by the way. But it was just because it was the first fight. I thought, oh, such cool mechanics.
It's definitely got a lot of interesting mechanics. It's just doing the tank swaps in PF was painful. Honestly, of this tier, Shiva is still my favorite. It's such a cool fight.
I haven't done Shiva and the 7th.
Really?
No? Well, I've done it, but not really understanding anything. But definitely not that.
I mean, I would say let's go and do Shiva, but I don't think we have much time left on the trial. Because Light's Rampart is a good half an hour to an hour. Like, everyone here can definitely learn it. It's just still a bit annoying to learn, right?
No, you need a thing, won't you? No.
Don't I have an orc or I look at orc? Let's see. I thought I had orc. I did not. So, my bad. Random. I got dial.
Remember, at the end of the ad chasing me, there's going to be a steps leader cast, which is Twister, aka you need to move. End of the cast, move to an empty space where someone wasn't.
That's too heavy.
Being knocked back to the west. Melees can stack on one. Make sure you have an orb.
You don't need one.
No, because the donut.
Well, now I have
Spread positions now. Clock positions. Remember, if you're not doing the passing, you're standing still. Everyone does need an orb for this, or you're going to get a run stack.
Ah, they're just on stacks.
Remember to move at the end of this. This is Twister.
Not a prog.
I know.
Being knocked back west.
I don't remember to run.
Third lane.
Have a dial.
We're gonna have
Get an orb.
We're gonna have thunderclouds coming up in a moment.
Get an orb first.
And then for, positions for clouds. And remember, it will be followed by knockback as well. Exactly as the same as the beginning.
Second verse, same as the first.
Knockback. Spread positions for Corona. Can also melee LB whenever. Do it. Yeah, do it after the Corona actually. No, cancel.
Oh, it came back to us.
Yeah, someone died.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I got hit with the LB while getting a landing, so... I mean the tank buster.
No worries, pretty clean though.
Apparently 50% or 40% is not enough.
Yeah, on that second wall chain lightning, honestly, just home gang it. It's just safer. But hey, I think we probably got it on this run then. That was really clean.
Chow down on some food.
Do you want me to go, or...?
Yep.
I'm gonna pot, because I have so many pots to burn through.
How many are we talking?
80.
It's not much.
Nah. They sell off like 800 each. It's not really that expensive anymore.
I'm also going to bot one, just so that you all know.
We've got to skip the last phase. Second pyramid to go. Why do you have 3? I want to steal the bird from you.
Back.
Oh, I got taken, my bad. Thank you. Do it.
Good old days of this fight where Ranger could just stand in one spot for this mechanic and not move. Felt good. I remember when Yoshi P was doing a fight live and he did it, and I was like, oh, why are you showing the whole game the cheat spot? It was so funny.
Or is it like one spot where the thunder can never go?
Yeah.
That's bull.
So basically exactly where I'm standing right now. So it was like that was the black mage spot. It's in every corner. It's in every part of the arena, and there's one closer as well. But I never used the closer one. Step leader move at the end of the cast. But I never used the closer one. I just used the further one.
Is that how Yoshi P plays Savage? You just
That's how you
yourself
play
in the
caster.
old
You
book.
find the right spot.
You just find the cheat spots built into the map just for Yoshi P.
Yep.
So they can continue to kid themselves that Black Mage is a serious threat. Wait, what? That's pretty good, to be fair.
My burst window seems to like to come up when this is happening.
Yeah, this is the 2-minute mark.
This is 4-minute mark.
Nice.
And then
If only
smart
that
casters won't move at all from here. You just stay here. You're safe.
This is the annoying donut.
Aves to get this one.
Only works in Siege.
Even
I'm
that.
gonna
Clock
move,
positions.
busy.
Clock positions.
The good old days where you tell the healer, don't worry, don't move, I'll do the moving for you. Yeah, Doc, you didn't know about this spot because you only played tank those days. What a noob.
It's literally my first fight.
What a noob. My first raid, I played like 4 different jobs, mate.
Remember to move at the end of this.
Thank you.
Knock back to the east. Don't forget to pick up an orb here. Aiden, once you go on orb and you're safe, just use the LB before Chain Lightning comes down. So now if you can.
My dragon is here. Wow.
And then we're going to have Clouds, guys, and then into Chain Lightning. So get into positions for Clouds. him a knockback. Once all this clears up, we're going into Chain Lightning.
That's a little fun.
Move at the end of the cast.
Get him. Everybody orb up.
Healer dead.
No,
Oh.
good. Such a negative person, Eyes, honestly.
That was to the very
No
last
faith.
second I was watching.
No faith.
Nice.
The good old days where you used to need that last LB1.
I mean, we did technically do that min-eye level and on 6. So it should be pretty on par. We only had what, 2 deaths?
Did we have any deaths?
I think we had 2 at the very start, right, from memory.
Yes,
Interesting.
myself and Noct, I think.
Not bad though. We don't have too much time left, but I'm gonna throw... What do we want, guys? Do we want to do a more current raid, or do we want to continue like on the old raid lines? Because we can do the first part of another raid, which I can think of, which we can probably teach fast enough, I think.
Don't worry.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna throw another surprise one at everyone.
1 second.
That wasn't a
I
surprise
highly
one.
doubt it is.
That wasn't a surprise one, by the way.
There's one in my mind that I don't want to see, but we'll see if you get it.
Do it, do it, do it.
Interesting. One of your party members does not meet the requirements for this duty.
It's fine, go now, go now. It definitely wasn't a fishing.
There, we have a
Definitely
fisherman.
wasn't fishing.
Okay, it's
Wow.
not what I thought. It's not what I thought. Okay.
Are you kidding, Doc?
Nope.
I'm gonna jump off.
You're gonna be
I'm
fine.
gonna jump off.
I worried you're gonna put O12S.
No, O12S we can't do because ours
Whoop, whoop.
is a new player and still hasn't unlocked all the ranks.
I've never done O12S, but I don't know why.
O12,
but I
like,
remember people.
Honestly, the problem with O12S now is because everyone's done P2S, right? You learned electric slides, which is one of the biggest mechanics of the first phase. Like, it kind of ruins the
We
fun.
don't even have the good markers.
Nabif, you're spoiled. Also,
I don't even remember what the markers were for.
Eyes, you're a gem.
The lines? Was it for the lions?
Yeah, it's for lions.
You have to fix them, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
these-
fix
I don't
them.
remember.
These aren't.
I don't remember
lions.
lions.
Well, we won't get that far. I'm telling you now, we will not make it to lions. We've got, by my reckoning, 20 minutes left. We're might make it to Titan if we are lucky.
Let me find Dwayne.
No.
So what do we do?
He's
No,
from
no.
he's
No.
from Chaos. He's from Chaos. They only know Dwayne.
Why is there a different way?
Yeah,
What's the
there's
Yeah, light
Light
PF,
Titan.
the smart people.
It's literally just a uptime gain. It's a positional gain for melees. Is all the difference. It's literally the same pattern as Dwayne, but upside down.
It's not the same. It's not upside down, buddy. It's very different.
Which one's the same as Dwayne? There is another one which is just Dwayne upside down.
Yeah, and this is not it.
So, very quickly for people who haven't done this, pay attention to your spread positions. It's bog standard clock positions. First couple of mechanics, we will call the safe spots. Titan and Shiva groups depends on what she's got. She'll have an aura of either earth or ice around her. If it is ice, we all need to be spread into our clock positions after a mechanic goes off. If it's earth, we need to be stacked in our light parties, which means we're going to need markers on our healers. Which way round is Nabitha knocked? That way round. Okay, perfect. Let's give it a pull, see how it goes.
Can we just skip to phase 2? I like it better.
Phase 2 is
I
cool.
hate this phase.
Nick, do you want to main tank or off tank on this one?
I like to.
Sure thing.
I feel special when I'm north. I feel like the special kid.
Don't we all?
That's why we play healers, right? Super special.
The specialist you could get.
That tier actually was my first tier where I properly learned how to do the game.
Same. Actually same. That's how I met Ives. I trapped a party finder heart so hard as off tank. He took pity on me.
I've never healed despite the scholar, so this is gonna be fun.
So we're going to have light
Titan,
parties at the end
let's
of
go.
this.
Fuck you.
Not to me, to two.
Or
Good start. Yeah, it hits hard. Max melee at either B or D. We've messed it up. We've messed it up because of the groups.
No, I'm in the wrong place.
Yes, you are, Nabif. So. Alright, okay. So let me explain. Sorry, there is some extra bits which I've forgotten to explain. With light parties, guys, there is an order to which the groups go. So group 1 always is going to the northwest side. Group 2 is always going to the southeast side, if that makes sense. So, in other words, group 1 is always looking to go between D and 1. Group 2 is always looking to go between B and 3. So yellow, blue, red, purple, respectively. And it's because at the end of every one of those elemental mechanics, the spread or the light group thing is going to go off, which is why we have to make sure we're ready to go into our groups. If it's spread, it doesn't really matter where you go. You just need to be near your clock position so you can get back to it at the end of the mechanic, or you need to go to the edge of the arena to make space. Let's give another shot though. We did the first one right, so it's a good start. In general as well for healers, when we've got the light party stacks, go onto one of the numbered markers to try and make it easy for everyone to find you.
Big question.
Oh, it's needed. These AoEs hurt.
do you guys do it where the warrior involves?
Completely
Or
up
you
to you.
guys do normal swap?
Completely up to you.
Let's do the normal swap for now.
Sure thing.
No.
What are you talking about, normal swap? There isn't a normal swap. You always swap.
No, like at the
Or
end.
else you're gonna
yeah,
make it hard
no,
for
At the end,
yourselves.
PF did a thing. So it's light parties again.
You realize it always hits both tanks, right? Always.
Yeah, but the debuff is...
Max melee at D or B.
Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
This is a
We're also
sacrifice I'm
dead.
willing to make.
Oh,
Are you willing to sacrifice yourselves?
Oh right, it's the enmity thing. Lol.
Ow. I think
See you
that
live
was
with
laughed.
Oh, it's been so long. Oh my god.
You know, we just spoke about it just now. Shockingly, you know.
It's fine. It's fine. Jot has to be sacrificed.
No, I was sacrificed
hi,
too.
I honestly thought it would have hit me instead, but it got you. I'm surprised.
Your heals don't generate enmity anymore.
True.
So light parties again.
Oh, it's the other side still. No.
Max melee into Cardinals. We're gonna die because we're missing a healer.
We're gonna die. We don't have the health or the heals. Yeah, no, just LV3.
My range DPS
Oh.
for LB3, yeah.
Enjoy that. Knock.
Luck never.
They really should invent a skip button after the tier's over. Skip phase 1 straight to phase 2.
I'm gonna shift the markers so that on the tanks instead, just to make it a little clearer what's going on. With the tank buster, we need a feint. We really need a feint on that, and we're gonna need a lot of healing. There has to be a healing. We need to both receive healing in between the hits.
Just in
Which is the tank buster?
It's the one after we've done two stack or spread mechanics.
Ah, so I haven't survived through that yet.
Yes, you've got to survive.
I'll shake off the second other stack if it comes.
Sure thing. Let's try it again.
That's too early. Fuck.
Light parties again.
I stand inside the bubble. I stand inside the bubble. North south.
North south should be max melee on C. Hold A.
Die.
Oh, I got flattened.
Why did
Oh.
you get
I
flattened?
tried covering Al with like an idiot again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna provoke and partially save this, but we are gonna lose someone. Sorry, Dial.
Oh.
I thought it was that nice. Not.
Heal, 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 heal. Nice. So for the next part, guys, we're all going to be need to be stacked in the very centre of the boss. We all wait for the ice to form. There will be a safe spot. For group 1, you're going for the safe spot on the red or purple markers. For group 2, you're going for the safe spot on the light blue or yellow markers. We need a lot of mitigations here. This is going to hit very hard.
He's dead.
Stack in the centre. Now look for your safe spot.
Why did you move again? I'm sorry, carry on.
Pain. Oh my god, what is this?
That dial scream was amazing. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I will not have enough health to survive.
Nah. Okay, right. Better. So with the Shiva Ice, I'm going to pop the macro again so we can explain what's going on there. But everyone went to the first safe spot correctly, which is great, and that's you halfway there. So if you look at this, if you see the Shiva slide bit, right? If you are a tank or a healer, right, when you face back into the boss after you turn, so remember, do not... So you basically, you slide to your safe spot, face into the arena, but do not move, otherwise you're going to slide around, and then DPS go left, tanks and healers go right. DPS, once you've tank melees, if you've then moved, you can gap close back in. Ranged, you need to stay at the edge of the arena so they have space to move. Then we all need to come back into the centre to get knocked back. If you've noticed, you get tethered to a random icicle. It's important that your icicle's tether turns purple. You have to be on the opposite side to the arena of it, so you've got to try and position yourself in the centre to be knocked to the opposite side of where your icicle is. And there's also going to be 2 other unsafe spots. Sorry, there's a lot to take in there, but that's the gist of it. What's up, Eyes?
No, I was itching my ear.
Oh.
Sorry.
But that's the gist of Shiva Ice. If you can do that, guys, we're done. Only difficult bit, knocked. I know this was a very long time ago for you when I bullied you to try Shat Savage for the first time. Can you remember what you needed to do when we go back in after sliding around?
Just Medica, I got it.
Swift cast Medica 2. And likewise, Nab, if we need Seraph or something like there as well, por favor.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't be using Shake It Off. I should be using it on Shiva.
Shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. I just didn't want to say anything. And also, you've got a good 5 seconds. That's 1 cast in while standing in the middle when the yellow's on the floor. 5 seconds. So you can even go and you don't even need swift cast. But add it if it helps. Trust me, 5 seconds you have to cast a heal and go to your safe spot.
Got bullied by Doc, so blame him.
You barely saw the fight, but anyway. Let's give it another pull. We've only got like 2 or 3 more pulls left, I think, so let's just do what we can. It's not bad, though. We picked up the first... Nabif!
That's not Fey Illumination?
Yeah, no, it looks like more like Fey Book Slap.
Yeah, I exposed her weaknesses.
Also, if it helps, whichever tank is not invulning at the first tank buster, the Fairy Tether's OP for that mechanic.
I'll start invulning from now, but
yeah,
you
always want 1 to invuln. So whoever's not invulning, put the tether on there.
You invuln the first one, I'll invuln the second one, you invuln the third one, because
yeah.
Because, home gang cooldown versus Paladin. What a joke.
Join as one, never to be parted, unbound by past or future in this simple perfect moment.
So for the calls, if I say outside, it means you need to be max melee or beyond. If it's inside, you need to be inside her hitbox. The calls are going to change slightly, so they're just a little more concise. So you need to be spread at the end of these mechanics. It's just going to be a cleave first, then run to your spread positions. People who can already go to your spread positions do it, otherwise go to your spread positions now. Nice. Outside into Cardinals. Go to your spread positions after it goes off. Sorry, you're gonna need to
My
provoke
bad.
because I forgot to turn my stance on. It's my bad. I think that's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I need a tiny bit of healing for 4 healers.
Doing my best. Yeah.
It's alright.
Should I shirk to you right then and there?
No, no.
Because you would have gone 2D buffs, right? Or was...
I think you provoked though as the cast started, so I think it was fine. Okay, guys, remember, once the cast starts, we stack in the center. Group 1 is sliding to purple or red. Group 2 is sliding to yellow or blue. Once you've slid to the safe spot, remember which way you're sliding to, and then handle your spread position afterwards. So first for the scary bit. Nice. Mostly
No, not
nice. Almost. Go to a safe spot. There's
Have
only
2
two.
tethers.
Yeah, if you 2 tethers, you're guaranteed to die here, but try and do the mechanic regardless. Now go into the center and go to the opposite side of your tether.
Oh, can I make them both knock out?
Someone
Oh,
survived. We're
okay,
getting there.
that's
We're getting there.
Tank privilege.
No, I just did the mechanic right.
Nope, just tank
You
privilege.
Yeah, you can't prove to me.
There wasn't enough heals.
We need to all stack in the middle after.
Also, one of the healer died as well.
Yeah, no. We had 2 dead going into icicles, which means it was always going to go wrong.
Oh.
What, in the very middle dial? It shouldn't be possible to place it in the very middle. Probably someone was dead then, maybe.
Hmm.
I believe that if you place it in the very middle, the very edge is still changes color. So just go to any edge that's free. I remember a certain cast black mage, well, red mage turned black mage, summoner turned black mage of ours, placing it in the middle.
Oh
did
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, this is from a while ago. Anyway, let's try again. Last pull, I think, though.
I remember in the
Veil.
in the second phase, I was so scared of double.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that. Once you learn the patterns right, it's fine. It is
I
annoying.
always got like damage down. I never get a clear without a damage down in that phase.
Oof.
Doc, can you put intervention on Nick right now?
Sure. Remember, it doesn't do any extra stuff at this point, Naviv. He doesn't have a heal or anything.
Oh, good lord.
So it's going to be spreads, guys. So we're going to have a half arena cleave, then go to your spread positions. Nice. Max melee into cardinals. Go to your spread positions afterwards.
Oh.
If you provoke now, and then shout me on this next one. Thank you. Nice.
I even remember to do stupid feint on me.
And I'm going to shout you back. Sorry, I forgot to turn my stance on again.
Oh my god, what a terrible.
Yeah, I remember the different sequence to this. I was like, is this a light tactic as well?
No, this is not a light tactic, this is just me being bad. So stack up in the center, guys.
I do not have a reprisal for this.
I've got an extra minute I can use. Look for that safe spot. Try and make the movements concise, so people don't panic.
I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Almost perfect, Noct. Almost.
I'm gonna die. Oh, okay. Thing exploded right next to me anyways.
Oh. Personal heals to the rescue. And I'm dead.
Wait, why did I get res?
You can start resing people. He's gone. Fine.
Memories of Earth.
Goodbye.
Thank you, thank you.
Rala. Right, I think we're out of time, right, Noct?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, hopefully people have enjoyed some of what we've done. It was a bit chaotic today, but we got some clears, which is what matters, I guess. And thanks very much for coming, Nick. Again, sorry for the chaos, but 50-50 is sometimes like this, it sometimes isn't.
I mean, it was fine. I just hope I did well to the group, and the vibe was okay.
I think so. I definitely think so. If you can put up with eyes berating, you can put up with anything. Wait, what?
Nothing.
I am not going to lie. I had to ask which one was the tank because you all have similar names, so I was never going to be able to tell.
Yeah, there's a meme with me and Al. We've had similar names, so we've had the same name on Steam twice by accident. Literally before we met, we literally just had the same name on Steam, and then we ended up with the same initials by accident as well in game, which is a bit embarrassing. And stop it with the Boris. Stop. Plus, it's a personal insult. You're hurting my feelings, Dial.
What is Fifi's?
Oh, you have feelings? I didn't know that.
Wow.
Good for
Wow.
you.
You've brought this upon yourself, Doc.
I'm just
It's
gonna
the strong shame he feels every time he sees a Hrothgar.
He feels betrayed because Naboth is not furry, right?
Safe.
I can Fanta. I still have my Fanta from the end of ARR.
It was it's gonna make Doc's heart really fuzzy.
Oh my god. Stop it.
This is what you get for all the egg jokes.
I guess it was going to come and bite me in the arse at some point.
It really was. Ooh, can I catch one of these things? Probably not.
Anyways, more importantly, Nick, do you only play Warrior?
So I am planning on going back to Gunbreaker.
Thank you,
As
thank
well.
you. Sounds great. I mean,
Why?
just the whole Warrior Paladin is a bit cringe, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's
Why does it?
Rude!
It's nothing to do with their performance, it's the jobs themselves. They are the lowest of the tank DPS.
Yeah.
Actually, that might not be true anymore. Who knows?
Who knows?
With
knows, we'll see.
technically with the buffs to Blade
Whoa.
phase, it is not enough. I think it puts us like on par of two mediocre performing Gunbreakers.
You're
Yeah.
right. I think we should have Doc change to Gunbreaker.
But just to clarify, the reason why I'm more comfortable with Warrior than Gunbreaker is because I don't play in Europe, because I'm from Qatar.
Makes
So-
sense.
So weaving problems.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about exit lag from people who do not play in Europe.
But anyway,
I actually use Xavier Alexander because of how it works. So I can avoid clipping.
but
Makes sense.
honestly though, like it also works in our favor. Having Warrior Paladin does make it more. If we space the Raw Intuition shields and Shake shields and Veil shields out, it's very cushy for healers.
No, it's not.
It depends, Dial, because the Middle East isn't really that great when it comes to networking infrastructure. Like UAE might have its own line, and Saudi Arabia has its own line, but Qatar is connected to one of them. So we're running a longer line.
As I said, it wasn't anything against you, nor was it anything we discussed. I was just wondering for myself, just right now.
The only reason I'm picking up Gunbreaker again is because I'm gonna do T as a Gunbreaker this time. So just for fun.
Complain. Okay, Stillness wants a word.
I mean, I'm not greedy. I'm known for my gray logs. So.
Oh, okay. Like if you're not, see that
Known for grey logs.
Half the fun of P4 is doing those greeds on Stillness and movement though. Oh, Sanctity. I can't remember what they are called. It's been so long now.
You wanna bet that Nick's not telling the truth there? I bet he's gotten all 99s. Let's go.
I mean,
Nick.
go check my T clears and go check my UU clears. They're all.
Why is there so many people called nickname? What the fuck? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 people. Okay.
It's Ragnarok. The one
Yes,
Ragnarok.
you're the. Oh, there's one on Spriggan, the one on Ragnarok. Yeah, C99s. Cheater.
That's a normal raid though. I was getting flamed earlier today. Imagine logging.
Imagine logging normal mode. What's your name? Yaotsu?
Oof.
Bloody hell,
Okay.
man. Bloody hell.
It's an old toxic acquaintance of ours.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Doc.
bless you. You weren't kidding. Ouch. Kick him.
I mean, I'll say this: I cleared the tier, and then I went straight to T. So that's a good indicator, no?
It is. And yeah. Wait, which tier? What? Which tier?
E12S, like the E9 to E12.
Okay, that's good.
I did it with my girlfriend at the time, and then we went straight to T, cause shiny.
Shiny, yes.
Yeah. Now you don't want to raid with her anymore. Broke up. Feels.
Yeah.
Feels.
Maybe that's a story I'll say when you're all drunk or something. If you guys do that stuff.
Hope mention it. There are plenty of people who are willing to jump on that. No, Dial! No. Please, I don't want to babysit 7 drunk people. Oh no, wait, 6.
I'm
Drunk
also
Run, let's go.
I'm also trying to learn Astro slowly, so I could maybe someday flex that
No.
for some reason.
Goodness.
Sorry, I'm a one-trick pony.
I'm just trying to expand out because I think one tricking a warrior might not be the best thing.
One tricking warrior. What do you want to do? Get bored of the game?
One tricking warrior is probably better than one tricking.
I might pick Black Mage back up so I can rotate everybody.
You don't know what you're talking about when you say that, buddy. One tricking warrior. You're literally pressing 1 2 3 1 2 3, then 4 4 4 4, then back to 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
I mean, Dragoon goes 1 2 3 shift 1 2 3.
I should show you guys my layout.
Me 1 2 3, weave this, weave that, jump here, jump there, make sure you don't die.
I mean, sure, I weave in 4 abilities.
It's like a
tower.
That's an interesting layout. Yeah.
Each one has its section has its own purpose and things.
Yeah, see, I do the same thing, and these guys think it's heinous.
It is.
It's organized.
I don't know. I find my brain clusterfucked if I put everything in one place. So
Your hotbar is a clusterfuck, but
no, like the left side is all defensives. Okay.
yeah, but I do the same, and I have like 3 neat little rows.
Yeah, but people put them all the rows together.
Where's
and then,
Where's Storm's Eye?
What do you mean? It's on 4.
Oh, it's down there. Oh, I see. What the fuck is it down there for?
Because I like the one down there. I don't need to see it because I don't need to watch it. But the one above is more important.
That's just a basic layout. It's just standard.
Everything is organized.
I don't see where it's organized. Everything looks everywhere.
Organized.
Like your damage skills are mixed with your DPS skills, and it's just everywhere. Now that's organized. That's fucking organized as fuck.
It's just like all mushed together. Though.
No.
Yeah, but you can see like all the skills that make sense together. Like the combos are right beside each other.
Yeah, I've clumped mine into squares of phases, and then all the mitigations are in the final square.
Another one that everything's like everywhere.
Oh god, why am I naked on my...
What have you got low blow on control one?
Why not?
Or shift one order, whatever it is.
One, yeah. Oh yeah, the leg sweep is on shift one.
Is that what it's called now?
Yeah.
Part of the reason why mine looks like that is because I used to click a lot.
Oh,
So it's kind of like an evolution.
Not another clicker.
No. Keyword, Doc. He said I used to. I used to. Not anymore.
Don't know what you're talking about. I still click all my skills.
I click the defensives.
Oh, it's fine.
Why do
You
people
don't, you don't use them constantly, so it's kind of alright, right, Doc?
I
Right.
guess, but
Ish,
the
ish.
problem with any time you click, right, it means you're not using your mouse to control your camera, which just means it's down. You know, you can potentially you can't move.
Do you know how I put my camera? I've to this day, I don't know many people who do this, but I never look. Like I always look to the side for some reason.
That's
So
why
that
it's
makes-
not play in first person occasionally.
Yeah,
Like
so I was
profile.
about to say, is it time is it time to learn how to do the fight with first person only?
No, I mean, like I always look from a 45 angle, like from like northwest or northeast, like that kind of angles from the boss. I don't know why. I think I feel comfortable looking at the people at the back.
I was just gonna say, for me, it doesn't matter where I'm looking with the camera because I'm only looking at my timers, my rotate, my abilities. So it doesn't
You
matter.
mean you're only looking at the floor because that's where you're spending most of your time?
Ouch!
Fully
Hey, I'm
in.
the same, so I can
I
say
just
that.
zoom fully in directly from above, and that's how I play the game.
Mm-mm.
RuneScape style.
But honestly, I like warrior. I think it's a good class.
Vote in 5. Vote in 5.
It's very. Warrior is like I would admit that Warrior is a great class, a great tank for main tank role, because the rotation is so basic and simple and straightforward and easy that it's great for main tank. Other than that,
Yeah, my main goal is to someday be flexible enough to do any tank at any point on any fight at some point.
that sounds like a good plan.
Even floor tanks.
That comes for free.
Yeah. But yeah, like, cause I'm very bad at the harder the fight, the harder it is for me to switch classes. So like, if you're gonna go tell me, okay, we're gonna go, I don't know, do DSR, and then you tell me, Nick, go play Dark Knight, I might be walking around with 0 logs, you know, because can't
That's
do them both.
fine.
Well, no,
Because
because
of-
it's Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I've just made a grade 5 tincture.
Because the amount of time you're gonna take to prog the fight, everything will fall in place.
But
No
also,
way.
as well, right? Like, yeah, this is literally not going to happen because it's the because of the trial weapon. You literally can't log low because you can take the trial weapon into DSR and that will give you a better performance. I'm pretty.
Oh
certain.
yeah, I just meant an example, like.
Oh,
of,
yeah.
I'm not very good at adapting to different rotations, so I'm.
It's no worries,
That's
like-
part
like-
of why I tank.
Like we wouldn't honestly with the way we play, we wouldn't expect you to shift around and more. It would be fine. We're like the only reason I brings it up is we're probably of all the things we're going to struggle with as a group, in my opinion, is it's going to be DPS checks. I don't think it's going to be mechanics. People pick it up mechanics relatively quickly compared to like a PF group, for example. Being very honest for a moment.
I am fine mechanic. I don't too long.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? I think of all the things that this group in particular, when we start doing the new Savage, we're probably going to have a problem with the DPS checks on the third fight, maybe the second if we're unlucky. Which may take us a little bit longer. But actually, I guess that brings me up to a question:
Yeah.
how long are you expecting to take to clear the tier?
We could go week 1.
I don't know. I don't think a clear week 1's going to happen.
No, I'm saying I can see that happen for myself.
Okay.
Wait, what? How about how about week 12?
Okay, look. I would
That's a serious
prefer if I don't take longer than 6 weeks to clear the tier, and I think clearing on the 6th week is already too long in the first place. Mainly because I think by the time you get to the 3rd week, you're already geared enough to kind of ignore the damage requirement.
Yeah, true to some degree. Have you, not to sound rude, but which of the tiers have you actually done as a current, and which ones have you done like?
It's only the last tier, and
And did you actually?
I wasn't.
Did you actually clear the tier in week 1?
No, I PF'd in week 1. Could not get past P1. PF was just something else. I instantly looked for a group. The group was struggling a lot. We cleared P1, P2 the same week. Then they took forever to get to P4, clear P4, like 3 weeks. So week 5, around then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that would be roughly the trajectory I see us going on along right now, right? Like, this is typically the middle tier is typically the hardest, right? If you compare it to Versus 1, for example, right? Like Verse was a nightmare, right? Some statics literally took months to clear 8, like actual months. Worst case, half a year was it, Eyes?
No idea. How would I know when the last static cleared the tier?
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like the average kind of like mid-core, semi-hardcore group, right? That was like a huge like disbander of statics, that tier.
I think 3 months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 6. 6 is like, God, man, that the new tier is already here.
I've never really been in a static where I'm on equal levels with the others. It's either they're way too high or they're way too low, you know?
Okay. I like
Like,
it's just the only reason I ask, right? It's just because I don't want people. Like, one of our biggest problems is that we've had quite a lot of keen beans who think they're going to clear the tier in weeks, 1 or 2, and then I've had a look through the logs and stuff,
Oh.
right? And then I've found out like they've not actually done a current tier week 1, right? Because week 1 is a very different environment, and we're a semi-hardcore mid-core group. We're not clearing it week 1. 4 is optimistic. 5 or 6 is very realistic, I think. We might do better. Honestly, we did the extreme trial in 2 hours and a bit, which is pretty quick given how brutal it is. I'd expect us definitely to clear first raid in the first 2 hours, and then probably in the same week we'd probably get through 2 and maybe bitter 3 if we're lucky. But it depends on obviously how everyone's feeling.
yeah. I thought your question wasn't expectation. I thought your question like
No,
how far we
No.
might go.
No. I'm genuinely like everything I'm asking you is in terms of expectations and trying to learn what your plans are, right? It's just a
If you want my expectation or my hope is that we don't take longer than 4 weeks. Not because it's a waste of my time, it's because the group I'm doing tea with is in my FC, and I have no clue at what pace they're gonna move because they have like I've not known them before, like I've known them after the tier became obsolete, so I don't know the speed they move at. Does that make sense?
Okay, so in other words, what you're saying is that you've got another static that you're going to raid with after the Savage tier that you want to go and do reclears with T4.
Because I'd like to do ultimate with both. Because if we end up clearing before then, I
Hopefully
can
we
do
cut-
ultimate with both.
Yeah.
With the both of you,
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
if it ends up where we take longer, then I have to prioritize you guys and tell them I'm out, or tell them to wait.
All right, well,
basically.
that seems really reasonable. Honestly, like it's better. Like the last person we trialed literally was they were looking essentially for a week 1 group, but they don't have the logs, they don't have the time, and they're looking at the wrong group. And it's just one of those things. Like, honestly, these trials from our perspective, like, the main thing we're looking for is a good personality fit. We're not really interested in people.
That's why I was nervous. It wasn't, and I know it's never about the fight. It's always about the personality.
It's only because everyone else here is garbage. So
Well, yeah, with people
I
like you
don't
around,
know.
I can.
I have no clue if Noct told any of you about like my previous 6.2 static that I was supposed to go with. Have you told any of them?
It's not my place to tell.
Okay, basically, I joined a static that said it was mid-core. Maybe I understand it wrong, but mid-core is what I assume you guys are as well, where it's like you guys are chill, but you're also serious. Like you want to move at a good pace and care about improving.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I assume that's a mid-core, like below hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's hard, right? Because the problem with mid-core is as well, it's not like semi-hardcore is essentially hardcore, but you can't quite put the time in. Mid-core is a mix of you can't put the time in, but also you'll sometimes prioritize actually enjoying the fight. Like, you know, like if people are having a bad day, right, we will just call a raid off and just simply say, okay, we'll come back to it, right? Whereas if you're in a hardcore group, they'd say you're continuing to raid, we'll keep going. We're going to do 12 hours each day until we clear this tier, rah rah rah. Which
Yeah, so so they asked me to do a day that I couldn't, so I missed it. And then they scheduled for a P4S run, and 7 of us knew the fight, and 1 was new and never did it. To me, that was a shocker because you're inviting someone who has yet to clear the tier. Like it surprised me because from the conversation, I understood that people were between legends to people who are experienced and savage, you know?
Yeah, I mean, well, mid-core is probably like the largest section, right? Because there are a lot of people who have never done an ultimate but will still be doing savage.
Yeah, I'll get to the fun part.
Okay, go on, sorry.
We get to P4S, and they start doing tactics I've never seen before. That's why I was going to ask you, because they were doing things like the main tank eats it with invuln, and then he keeps the tank with him. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a viable thing or not.
That's, what, as in P1, part 1 of Pit Phase 4?
Yeah, the tank buster.
Yeah.
And usually swap.
It's a very week 1 groups and a lot of like actual static groups would swap and then keep the swap like that because their invoice comes and can communicate it, right? And particularly with that first swap, right? That you would want... Yeah, no, you swap on the first one and you keep it because then that tank who kept it can then invuln the second one and you swap the main tank and O tank.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
Because you can do it... Like, I've seen at least 5 different ways of doing the ordering on those tank busters. And it just depends on what combination you have, right, and which invuns you have, because ideally you want to invuln the first of the, the whole Pinax combination, right, the one where you come out and then you go into orbs, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just easy. It's just easier than trying to tank swap while you're also trying to spread out at the same time.
Yeah, so after I told them my preference, which was like swapping, because I can invuln 2 of them, the DPS were not using any mitigation whatsoever. To me, that was negative because I was like, why not? It's a free cooldown. It's an OGCD, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't want to. And I didn't notice until the second phase. But during the first phase, we had a white mage that was benediction, giving me benediction after the tank buster. They don't need to since I can self-heal because we swap, you know?
Well, I mean, it's still more of a question of, like, at the same time, the white mage isn't going to use benediction, right? And it's what's more comfortable for them. If they'd rather have you topped up just in case, like in general, yeah, it's completely safe, right? But if that's what the white mage would rather do, it could even be just muscle memory from other tanks, right?
That's fine. But I just suggested it to be friendly, like, oh, you can save it if you'd like. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When I came to the second phase, they didn't want to use defensives because they said we should charge up the LB because that's better. Then we can LB more often. I have never heard of that before outside, like... Ooh, never heard that.
It doesn't work like that anymore, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it does. So, LB generation is really janky. In general, you can use defensives that don't do reduction on the boss's damage output, aka feint reprisal, reduce the amount of damage you take, ergo you reduce the amount of LB you generate. And you can definitely do that, right? And if your healers are really coordinated, it can help, but it doesn't really make a difference. You don't get LB free until Act 4. You can't get it earlier than that, literally. Or and you
yeah,
to pop
so-
it immediately. I can't see you getting LB2. It's always you've got LB1 and LB3, and then an LB1 if you use it at the very
that's my
end.
point. So I told them, I don't know what tactic you're using, but I've never seen it outside Ultimate. I think it's better to just mitigate to help healers. That's all I said, and then moved on. Keep in mind, we took 3 hours to get to Act 4. I understand that, like, maybe people have not done the fight in a while or something, but they told me that they did it the day before and cleared it. So it was surprising to me that they took 3 hours to get that far. To me, it was a red flag. Like,
The interesting thing about it is that you've gone to a static trial, whatever, or raid with a static, and like you're trying to change what they've been doing for weeks and weeks and weeks. Muscle memory is a real thing. Like, to just change everything they've been doing for weeks and weeks and weeks is a bit much. It's a big ask, very big ask. Obviously, what they were doing didn't make sense, but it's one of those situations that you just let them do what they're used to, and in a different fight where it's a new set and whatnot, then you can start like good raid mentality, whatever. But to tell them to change everything it's a bit.
I agree
big
with
ask.
you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It does come across strong for me, but at the same time, think about it from my side. I am a person trialing. It's not only a trial for
them,
me,
it's also,
like
it's the other way around.
it's also yeah. I'm like, for me today, I'm also trialing you guys. Am I vibing with you? Maybe I'll leave. You like me, but I don't like you. You know, like there is that situation.
Completely.
So it matters to me that I need to know, like, does this group want to be flexible? Because they told me exactly what you guys are saying, but what happened was they ended up telling me, we want you to come to VC, and there's like 4 to 5 other people in that VC. I don't know why you need to bring other people to kick me. Basically, remove me. Yeah. Then they tell me the reasons was the white mage felt like I was being oppressive and that I was forcing your hand when all I did was to give a friendly suggestion.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, I've been to the sub for statics, right? And they've doing the weirdest shit ever. Like, the weirdest shit. And just only because, I'm subbing for them, I have to adjust to them. Because this is their static. To change 7 people's things that, like, some people just raiding their static, right? For me to change what they are doing, we might as well prog the whole fight from the very start again. So it's a bit much, but yeah, it just sounds like it just wasn't a fit.
The reaction sounds a bit ridiculous as well.
I wanted to mention this. I have no clue if this is a factor, but the people who complained were the girls who had the boyfriends, and the boyfriends were the one who started confronting me about it. So I don't know if this was like some kind of relationship thing where the guy felt the need to react. I have no clue.
I mean, my general rule of thumb when it comes to raiding, unless they are very close friends, is I do not raid with couples ever, because it just brings drama to the static every time without fail.
And if one leaves, it's 2 people leaving, not one. It's always messy.
Yeah, and because of that, when I started talking to Noct, I started asking at least to me, I thought it was very weird questions. Like, is the group sensitive? Is it gonna take me the wrong way? Questions I would have never asked before.
Very sensitive, so.
We are all very sensitive. No, you've heard the memes, right? We've been.
I have a very dead voice in a way because I don't I like talking in a monotone way, so people take me wrong all the time.
It's not. You're not even the worst monotone voice I've heard, honestly. Like I can. Yeah, you slightly speed up and get slightly more enthusiastic when you're happy. Like it's actually noticeable.
Yeah. See, I start talking faster when I'm happy, or excited. But yeah, honestly, I enjoyed today, and I would.
Well, honestly,
and I hope you guys enjoyed
yeah,
as well.
no, thank you honestly for putting up. Like we were a bit messy going into the extreme trial. Like I recognise that we had a lot of stupids, and that isn't indicative of what we're going to be like. Like we have off moments, but in general, people do pull together. If that makes sense. Like it's mostly how much can we distract people on voice comms. That's why people went a bit quiet because I was like, right guys, we need to focus up just a tiny bit.
If you want how I like to see things, it's not how good someone is, it's how willing they are to try. Like, you understand what I mean? Like, if I tell you, what do you, like, maybe you should try this, and you react positively, or you're like, sure, let's give it a go. To me, that's what I want. But having someone who's like gonna fight against me because they want to stick to their opinion is, not a fun experience.
I honestly love changing stuff up. I like being kept on my toes. That's just how I like playing the game. I get bored if we do the same strat all the time, honestly. It's part of the reason why, like, even after the tier, I will keep going into PF just to learn. Like, I like to learn every role, I like to learn every class. It's really fun to, well, okay, excluding physical range, because that's boring as hell.
Yeah. If it makes anyone happy, if I'm toxic, I'm usually angry at myself. if you ever catch me.
Honestly, I think we're a pretty wholesome group. Like, if we ever get to the point where someone, is a bit annoyed or whatever, we'll just take a break, because it's just the best way to handle it, I think. And that's me, like, that's what I also did with my week 1 group with Pandemonium. When people were getting a little tilted and stuff, I was like, right guys, we don't need to do 6 hours today, let's just take a break, and we'll come back to it later when we're feeling a bit more fresh. And it made such...
6 hours? Oh my.
We only ended up doing 4 hours for 4 days to get the clear. We did really well as a group, which I was quite proud. It's just we had, unfortunately, other toxicity reasons, and again, couple issues, which meant we ended up the static broke up. Completely different group to this, by the way.
But Doc, you and I are a couple.
Oh my god.
Wedding one. Come on.
Stop.
Oh,
No wedding.
I want to see that. I want to see Doc in a dress.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm being bullied again.
Another prime stat of our memeing and bullying. But I think I need to send some people to bed, and I am also getting a little bit tired.
You're a mother?
No, I'm not a mother.
This is the FC
You
one.
might as well be with this group.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah.
Animals?
FC mom, yeah. I have dogs, I have cats. FC mom. I know the sleeping schedule of my FC members, it's really bad.
Actually, that sounds kind of sweet. And my FC people are the bullies.
I mean, I bully them to bed.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Take away their powers, throw them in baby jail. All that good jazz.
Evil, please set us free. We would have been held captive
Never.
against our will.
Never.
But yeah, thanks a lot, Nick. If you'd excuse us, we're going to try to deliberate about our trials, I guess, because it's been an interesting week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The trials. But thanks a lot for coming. It was
Yeah.
great. Big pleasure.
Okay. I'll see you guys later then.
Take care.
Raj,
Thanks.
have a good evening.
He's already gone.
You guys will end up talking more than anything else. But yeah, man, shush. Nice guy.